rocket like rocket fuel.
The onset of fall weather, Coach, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the New England Patriots and the San Francisco 49ers. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On second down, Jacobs. And he's got this down to the 35. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first carry for Josh Adams. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Devin White came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. To throw is Ward, operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ochena Nwosu able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
319!
On first down, Allen flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
Now, I know we're only 2 plays in, but after giving up back-to-back sacks, something has to change with the protection, and they can't wait to halftime to make an adjustment.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
They're going to throw. Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Ward throwing on first down. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. On 2nd down now, it's Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Yeah, and that play was pretty well doomed right from the start. The pressure was really affecting him. Collapsed everything in the pocket. He had to move around, try to get it downfield. Incomplete.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken around the 12. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. And it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. The tackle by Quincy Williams.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
Coming to you, coming to you.
Here's Ward on first down. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On second down, it's Jacobs. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. New England on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Moore. This is the tight end, Njoku. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 36.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Uchenna Nwosu picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Ward down. From the downhill throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Back now comes the offense. Madden spotlight time. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. It's caught here by Adams. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And this defense will take over right at midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stuff. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off, and he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't he?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15, and he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown one interception. He wants to balance that off with at least one touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
To the air, Allen buying time, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. To throw, it's Allen. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On play action, Allen. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So we've reached halftime. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
Let's go.
Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 44-yard line. Throwing on first down is Allen. Flush to his right. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Now Allen forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Here's Allen to throw it, eluding the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it's 3rd down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, there's still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Now Ward on 1st and 10. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. 2nd and 1. And his throw's going to be incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field.
Looking to throw. Moore. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
The throw over the middle taken in. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. They'll run on first down. Jacobs. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. To throw is Ward, operating from the gun. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. They run again with Breida. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now Allen. He's got his tight end fan. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. 18 yards, first down Niners. Allen now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. Allen going to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Allen's throw is complete, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the fourth and final quarter. So into Pat's territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 45-yard line. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it's second down. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Allen to throw. To throw again. Being chased. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Eric Armstead picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Throwing on third and long. Allen. And that is incomplete. A fourth and very long coming up. You're out of field goal range. I don't know that you can go for this.
Well, I know that you want to, right? You know that they want to say, hey, let's go for this. We've got the perfect play drawn up. Let's do it. But I wouldn't go for it either. I agree with you totally. You're only down one score. Punt it. Let your defense pick you up. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. They run it with Jacobs. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. It's a big play there for the Patriots. Give him 55 yards on the ground. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense, and they've done that.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. David Njoku. his second touchdown on the season. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. And that drive happened quickly, which is great because they scored the points, but then their defense has to come right back out on the field.
It is exciting, isn't it, for the offense to do that? The defense is saying, okay, that's cool, but let's not make it a habit. We need to get some rest sometime.
Extra point up and through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a New England touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
We play to win. Let's go.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
It's our time.
Another try after the first down sack. Allen, incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Here's Allen. And that will be incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Armstead able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Allen, now a desperation throw deep down, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. William Jackson with a pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They go play action here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Devin White able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. On 2nd down now, it's Jacobs. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Josh Allen in the offense now. Down by 11, a little under 40 seconds to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. And he's got it. Got his man on the in route, complete. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Throwing now is Allen. This is the tight end Fant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
That's 20 goons and ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored.